I know this brand is popular, but I don't know why. In my opinion, the price is way too expensive when you look at the quality of those bags. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I absolutely love fashion, although I don't talk much about it on my channel, but today I wanted to do it by talking about bags. And in this video, I'm gonna focus on the bags I see the most on Paris streets, since I live in Paris. And I'm gonna focus on the premium, mid-range, and what we call accessible luxury, because that's what I see the most. The price range doesn't go above €1,000, and there will be much cheaper also on this list. Obviously, as usual, I'm gonna give you my opinion on those bags, and I hope you will do the same in the comment section, especially if you own those bags. My goal was to focus on the most popular bags on Paris streets, no matter the type of brands, but I must say that the list I'm gonna give you only include French brands because that's what I see the most. If you know a little bit about bags and French fashion, you will not be surprised by the first brands that I see on Paris streets. And the first one is from the brand Polène, which is a recent brand since it was created in 2016 only. But this brand quickly became viral on social media, but also in real life in France and especially in Paris. The brand Polène has a unique design when it comes to their bags, and that's probably the reason it became popular that fast. It has a minimalist touch and an artistic look. When you look at each bag, you can see that they are very unique when it comes to their shape, and it really reminds us of art. It also has a minimalist look because the logo of the brand is not in your face. And also, although their bags come in different colors, it's always a nude version of those colors. When the brand started, the bag that I would see the most on the streets were their first bag that is called the numéro 1 in the small version that they called Nano. But I don't see that bag that much anymore. The ones that I see the most are the Sim, which is a big with an artistic look tote bag, and the number 10, which has been popular for a few years since it was launched. And I think it's because the shape is very practical when you only want to carry your essentials and you have a lot of things to do when you go to the city. So I think the number 10 is very practical for the daily life of anyone living in a big city who does not need to bring many things with them. I've seen those bags up close because I've been to their stores several times to buy bags for my sister who does not live in France. So she sent me several times to buy bags for her, and she wanted me to go to the store to check the quality of the bags. And in terms of quality, I have nothing bad to say about it. The quality of the leather is there. I would just say that for myself, the design doesn't seem practical for my daily life, whether I feel that their bags are too small or if they are big enough like the Sim. There is something that I don't like about it. For instance, for the Sim, I don't like the fact that it does not close, especially when you live in a big city. Obviously, some people don't care because I see Parisians wearing those bags everywhere, but that's something that I don't like. So every time I look at their bags, although I love the look of the bags, they don't seem practical for my daily lifestyle. Maybe one day they will create a bag that speaks to me on every level, but so far I haven't seen it yet. Anyone who knows the brand Polène would know that the price of the bag have increased a lot those past years, but I still think that it's not overpriced if we look at the current market of bags, the price of Polène does not seem disconnected with other brands that sell the same type of bags with the same level of quality. The second brand that I see a lot on Paris streets is the brand Longchamp, which is an old brand since it was created in the 1940s. The bag that I see the most is one of their super popular bags, and it is called le cabas pliage. Pliage means folding in France, and it is because this bag that comes in different sizes can be folded into something very small that you can easily carry when you go on vacation, when you go on trips. So it is very practical. It is like a tote bag where you can carry many things with you, and it has been popular for many years. I remember seeing this bag since I was little, not only in Paris, but in my hometown. I grew up in south of France, not in Paris, so that is a bag that is popular everywhere in France. And 2 months ago, I was in London and I saw many women also walking around with this bag. So although Longchamp obviously has other bags, this one is the one I see the most in Paris street, and it seems to never go out of fashion. The price for the quality seems correct by the fact that many people have owned this bag for many years. So at least when you pay for it, you know that it's gonna last you for a very long time. In my opinion, although I've just said that the price is correct, since I don't like the design of the bags, it is too classic for me. I feel that the price is too much for me, because if I have to pay this price for this type of bag, since it's not leather, I need to also enjoy the design, and I don't enjoy the design. So that's not a bag for me, but obviously that's a bag for many Parisian women. The third brand, although it is a brand that I see on a daily basis in Paris street, if you are a foreigner, even if you know a little bit of French fashion and French leather goods, you may not know that brand because it seems to be more known in France and especially in Paris. And it is the brand Nat&Nin. This brand is the cheapest brand of all the brands I'm going to talk about today. Usually the price range is around 200 euros. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. They don't have a specific style, in my opinion, because they get inspired a lot by other brands. For instance, the brand Dior or the brand A.P.C. And that might be why I see this brand a lot, because despite the affordable price, they have different styles. So if your style is more rock and roll, you will find something. If you focus more on being practical, you will find something. If you focus more on being chic, you will also find something. This brand has been around for 20 years and it's still popular. It is difficult to tell you which bags I see the most on Paris street because I've just told you that they have a large range of bags with different styles. But my brain noticed more two bags that I will show you on the screen, and it's probably because this is the type of bags that I could enjoy myself. I also own a few bags from this brand. The first one I bought is the one I'm going to show you on the screen. I bought it more than 5 years ago, I think. I wear it a lot. I'm not someone who is super careful with my bags, and it still looks almost brand new. So for me, the quality for the price is there. And obviously that's a brand that I like since I have bags from them. When I look at their bags in general, there are bags that I don't like when it comes to their design, and there are bags that I like. So as I just told you, they have many different styles. Beyond the design, what I like about those bags is the interior of the bag, which is made with recycled cotton, and usually you have different pockets inside, which is something that I like, and that is something you don't see much now with new brands. They tend to sell you a high priced bag, but there is no way to organize things inside the bag. Some people prefer a lining that is made with leather, so that's not the case here. But for me, I prefer a lining made with cotton, so I'm happy that the inside of the bag is made with cotton. The next brand is the brand Gérard Darel. It's a very typical Parisian chic brand. They also do fashion, by the way. They are also known in France for their clothing. But when it comes to bag, their popular bag is one called the 24-hour. It's a big bag where you can put many things inside. In France, we would call this type of bag a fourre-tout, meaning that you can put inside pretty much everything. And it's called the 24-hour for a reason. It is because you can put so much things in it that you can go outside from day to night and you will have everything with you. The type of those bags is more a rock and roll style, and it is a shoulder bag. In my opinion, the quality is there. For the price quality, I have no issues. And it is a bag that has been trending for many years in France and in Paris. So I can trust the quality since women keep on buying this bag, or they can keep these bags for many years. Now, is it a bag for me? No, because I don't like shoulder bags, especially when they are big like that. I find them uncomfortable and too heavy on my shoulders throughout the day. So that's the main thing I don't like about the bag. It could never be practical for me. But obviously, since it is worn by so many Parisians, you can see it everywhere, it is obviously practical enough for other women. When I talked about the two bags which are very popular in Paris, you may have noticed that although they have the same practicality, I don't know if it is a word, I will check. Although they are used in a similar way, they look very opposite to each other. If I take the bag Le Pliage from Longchamp, and if I take another big bag, the Sim from Polène, those bags are the type of bags that you carry in order to carry many things throughout the day. But in terms of design, one looks very classic and traditional with Longchamp, when the bag from Polène looks very modern and artistic. And although visually they look in opposition, those two bags are very popular in France. With the next brand, which is called Vanessa Bruno, the same opposition can be seen with their most popular bag that is called Le Cabas. Le Cabas is to say the word tote. The name of the bag is not original, as you can see. So it is a tote bag that is very girly because they have added some sparkles to the bag. It seems simple, but it is very practical and with a girly touch, and it is worn a lot in Paris. And the design is in opposition with the 24-hour bag which I've talked earlier from the brand Gérard Darel. Both bags, again, are bags where you can put many things inside. They are both shoulder bags, but the look is very different. One is very rock and roll chic, and the other one is girly. Despite that, those two bags are extremely popular in Paris. So the Cabas from Vanessa Bruno has been popular also for many years, since the late 90s. And that is a bag that you see a lot. Vanessa Bruno has another bag that is also popular in France, which is more recent, and it is called the Moon. The style is different, it's more chic. it reminds a little bit of the bags from Dior. And I actually own one of those bags, which I got on sale maybe just last year. And if you want to know more about this bag and if you want to see a review, I've made it on a previous video. So I will leave the link in the description box. In my opinion, the quality is there because I own one. So I'm very happy about this bag. I get many compliments when I wear it. And those two bags are the bags from Vanessa Bruno, which I see the most on Paris streets. The next brand is called Soeur, and the translation of Soeur is sister. So this brand is very similar to Vanessa Bruno in terms of pricing, in terms of designs. Vanessa Bruno and Soeur are brands which are also known in France for their clothing, but I'm going to focus on the bags. So Soeur has two bags which are quite popular. The first one is called Bellissima, which means beautiful in Italian, if I'm not mistaken. And this bag is very popular. We see it a lot, especially because of the fermoir, the design when you close the bag. And the other one is called Chérie. Those bags are the bags that I see the most from the brand. Personally, I've checked those bags in the store and I feel that the price is too expensive for the quality, in my opinion. So I will not buy those particular bags. But I see women wear it a lot, so they seem happy with it. I must say here that in order to do this video, I really paid attention to the bags that I would see in Paris in different districts. I haven't talked about luxury brands, and the reason is that I don't see that many women walking around with luxury brands in Paris. When people think about France and especially Paris, they think about luxury. They may expect to see a lot of luxury on the streets, but that is not the case. And in order to prepare this video, I was thinking about the bags that I see in different districts of Paris, from the less fancy district to the very super fancy wealthy district. And obviously in the wealthy district, you can see luxury brands like Dior, Chanel or Louis Vuitton. But that's not what you see the most, even in those very wealthy districts. With that being said, before we reach the level of luxury brands, there are a category of brands which are classified as accessible luxury because they are expensive, but not as expensive as classic luxury brands. So far, I've talked about bags with a price range around 200 to 500 euros. And for the next bags that I'm going to talk about, which are classified as accessible luxury, the price range starts around 500 to around 900 euros. And the first brand in this category is the brand Jérôme Dreyfuss. If you're not French, you may not know this brand, although it is extremely popular in Paris and in France. I can't talk about the entire country, but I know for sure that in south of France, where I'm from, where I often go on vacation, this brand is also popular despite the high price. They make several bags and their style overall is rock and roll chic. And I think that among the accessible luxury bags, this is the brand that I see the most. And that's surprising because I see it everywhere, in every district, in Paris, in my hometown, but it is very expensive. So I wonder why people choose to spend their money on this particular brand. Honestly, I don't know. I've said at the beginning of the video that I have been into fashion pretty much forever, but I've started to be interested in bags a few years ago only. So in order to know more about it, I went on website, I watched reviews, I went to different stores. Since I live in Paris, all brands have a store in Paris, so it's easy to check the bags myself. And I remember the first time I went to the store Jérôme Dreyfuss. I didn't know the brand before, but I realized that I knew their bags because I've seen those bags a lot without knowing that it was expensive, without knowing the name of the brand. So when I saw the brand, the prices, and the bags, I was like, damn, so those bags that I've been seeing everywhere for years are that expensive? Now, I must say that regarding those bags, although the style is not for everyone, the quality is there and I understand the price. From what I've seen, what I've heard, people are really satisfied with the quality of those bags. And Jérôme Dreyfuss, the designer, used to work with very well-known luxury brands before he started his own. So he started his own brands with the knowledge he had from classic luxury brands. It is expensive, but in my opinion, the price makes sense with the quality. The bags I see the most are the Bobby and the Lulu bag. I don't own a bag from this brand, but that is a brand that I could buy in the future, and I would choose the Lulu bag because I've seen reviews on it and I like that although it looks quite small, you can put enough things in it. I also like the design because it is rock and roll but not too much. It has a chic aspect to it, and it is the bag that you can easily wear during the day for a casual look, but also during the night for a more chic rock and roll look. So I think that those bags are quite versatile. The next brand on this list is, in my opinion, the opposite of Jérôme Dreyfuss, and it is the brand A.P.C that we call in France A.P.C. It is a well-known brand for people who know fashion because they also do clothing. Regarding their bags, their style is very chic, and I would even say Parisian chic. I think that their bags is what people expect when they think about Parisian women. The bag that I see the most is by far the Grace bag, but also the Demi-Lune, which is half moon bag. I must say that I really love the Grace bag. I find it very chic, very practical because it is a crossbody bag, and I find those type of bags very practical when you live in a big city. I really love the design of the clasp of this bag. That's what I like the most about this bag. Depending on the season, they will change the colors, so you may always find a color that you enjoy. Personally, I find the price to be too expensive for the quality. I've checked those bags in the store and I think that the price is not justified. I'm not saying that the quality is not good. I'm saying that it's not so good, in my opinion, to justify the price. Now, this brand have sales sometimes, so that is a bag I could buy on sale if there was a good sale. The last brand on this list is a brand that surprises me, and it is the brand Jacquemus. I know this brand is popular, but I don't know why. And I see it a lot in Paris streets being worn by younger women, meaning women below 30. And personally, I don't know how it became popular around those women. There must be a reason, since many women have it. And the two bags that I see the most on Paris street is Le Grand Bambino and Le Grand Chiquito. I've checked those bags in the store, and in my opinion, the price is way too expensive when you look at the quality of those bags. But obviously, not everyone thinks the same way, since I see those bags a lot, despite the price. So that's not a bag I could buy myself. Now, if you look about all the bags I've told you about, you will see that they have very different styles. Very often when people think about Parisian women, they think about one specific style, but I've shown you different styles, and all those styles are very popular among Parisian women. Let me know in the comment section if those bags are popular in your country or in your city. Let me know what you think about those. I hope you enjoy this video that is different from my regular content. Thank you for watching until the end, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.